I also want to ask you, I was seeing your podcast on protein powders, and my son and I share the same protein powder, and I've been telling him I find it too sweet. I cannot have it, and I've been looking for a non-sweet and like a natural, because I said, I want to get a protein powder and put some peanut butter in it to make it tasty, but I don't want these flavored protein powders. And just then I saw your podcast on it, and it was everything that I was feeling, but not being able to express because I'm not, a nutritionist, and that was really interesting.
So Yasmin, the simplest thing that you did was understand your qua. Qua in Latin means incapacity of. So you were taking this protein powder, which is commercially designed, standardized label, sweetener, flavors and all. There's nothing wrong with that, maybe for an Olympic level athlete. But when you are a lifestyle person, when you're going to take a product day in and day out, right? You want the best nutrition going into you. You do not want the best flavor, artificial flavor, or the artificial sweetener entering your body. So I'm glad you discovered this, because this concept, and every woman should understand this, there's a bio-individual response in each one of us, especially in women. Why women? Because of your hormones. So that's where, this whole thing starts about, wherein if we can get women to understand their blood biochemistry, their hormonal chemistry, their menstruation cycle, and then what life cycle they are at. College girl, first job, just married, trying to get pregnant, first, second, third trimester, child is born, breastfeeding, then weight loss post-pregnancy, and then the rest of your life in terms of you're having an active menstruation cycle,
then menopause,
and then post-menopause.
Right.
So there are all of these life cycles with women which are highly challenging and interrelatable with your food. But if you meet most Indian women, their diets remain same as when it was in college. So I think that's where awareness needs to get to the next level. And I'm really grateful for trainers like you, because what happens is in your class, you get to meet your client every day. And you're constantly telling them, what are you eating? What did you eat today? So you said you're not a nutritionist, but you're an honorary nutritionist by just asking that question and putting a kida in your client's head is, there's something that you need to change about the way you eat. And that's scientific.
On that note, this is what I felt about myself, because like you said just now, very truly, you eat kind of the same thing, right? So being a fitness instructor, and I'm very particular about what goes in my body. I don't eat packaged foods, I don't eat sugar, I don't have dairy, I don't have gluten, and I'll tell you why about that later, how I discovered that. But I eat the same way, and suddenly after menopause, I feel like I cannot eat the same way, because that eating the same way is not working for me. And because I'm not a nutritionist, I don't know how I can eat better. So just recently, in fact, earlier in June, I contacted somebody and said, hey, you know what, I need to eat differently. And everyone said, what's wrong with you? How can you eat better than what you eat? And I said, no, my body's needs are different. And I need to know, because I cannot read a blood report. And I don't know what my body requires, right?